Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am doing a drugstore version of my previous video, which was products to buy on your next trip to Sephora abroad. Now in this video, I will be talking about some of the amazing drugstore products that you unfortunately don't get in India. But if you are traveling abroad, you must definitely check these out. So if you want to know what those products are, then please keep watching. Physicians Formula is not yet available in India, unfortunately, but they have some amazing products. So let's talk about this. Now this primer is called Spotlight Illuminating Primer with age-defying actives, and this is what the packaging looks like. You get 30 ml of product in this, and it comes with a plastic cap and of course with a pump. Now the good thing about this product is that it works just like Becca's backlit priming filter, and it gives you like an amazing glow. You can use this underneath your foundations. You can also use this on days when you don't want to put on a lot of makeup, and this will just kind of give you a very nice luminous glow. And this is great for those no makeup look where you just want to look healthy and glowy without packing a lot of foundation or concealer on your face. So this is a great one. It works just as well as the Becca's one, but of course there's a huge difference between the price of both the products. I really love this. Now this has no glitter or no shimmer in it. It's just like your pure sheen. It will just give you a nice glow without being too glittery or too shimmery, and I've been using this a lot lately, so definitely check this out if you find Physicians Formula somewhere. Moving on to the next product, which is again by Physicians Formula, and it is the Healthy Foundation Brightening Complex for all skin types. Again, this comes in a glass bottle and you get 30 ml of product, and you get a wand like applicator. Not a wand like, of course, it's a wand applicator, and this is what it looks like. Now some of the people might not like this applicator because they might find it unhygienic or unsanitary, but I don't really mind it because I'm the only one who's going to use this, so it's totally okay with me. And I in fact like this wand type applicator. I love the idea of just applying your foundation with a wand. But anyways, moving on to the formula. Now this is basically a light to light medium coverage foundation. It blends really well. You can also use your fingers to blend it. You don't need a brush. So this is great for those days when you have to get ready in a hurry and you don't want to spend a lot of time blending your foundation with a brush. Just use your fingers and it will blend beautifully. This gives a very nice hydrated kind of natural looking finish to your skin. I have dry skin and it looks great on me. I love it. It does not cling to my dry patches or my flakiness. So I think this is a great pick, especially for dry skin people. You can also build this up, and I also noticed that a lot of cream products like your cream highlighters or cream blushes, they go on really well on top of this foundation. Most of the times, like some of the foundation, they really kind of when you apply a cream blush or highlighter, anything creamy, they will kind of lift up the foundation. But with this, I feel that it really kind of holds that cream product into place very well. I'm in the shade DW2. Moving on to the next product, which is again a foundation, and this is by CoverGirl. It is their Vitalist Elixir foundation and it has SPF of 20. I am in the shade 655 Soft Honey. Now to be honest, this shade is a little darker for my skin tone. I think 645 would be my ideal shade. But anyways, let's talk about the formula. Now when you apply this foundation on your skin, it gives you a beautiful, flawless, airbrushed finish. I wouldn't say it's a full coverage foundation, at least not on me, but it's like a medium, like a decent medium coverage foundation, and it gives you this beautiful dewy finish, which is not like very dewy but not completely matte at all. So it's kind of demi matte dewy kind of foundation. The finish is beautiful. It covers up all your perfections really beautifully. It blends really well and it sets really well. You can use your sponge, you can use your brush. I feel it just blends beautifully with all these gadgets or all the tools. So I just love the finish of this foundation. It just gives me like a flawless airbrush finish, and this is great if you are going out and you just want to look perfect, and it does not look cakey also. And these come in a lot of shades, so I'm sure you can find your perfect shade. Well, I made a mistake and I picked up the wrong one, but you can look online, you can look at the swatches and get your perfect shade. But definitely check this product out if you want something that's going to give you like a beautiful finish at a very decent price. I think this is the answer. Sticking to the foundation theme, I have one more foundation, and this is by Maybelline. This is their 24 hours foundation. I have the shade 320 Honey. Now this comes again in a glass bottle, and it comes with a pump as well. The cap is a plastic cap. This shade 320 Honey is a little darker than me, so I mixed like a lighter foundation with it. But oh my god, this is like a full coverage foundation, this one, the Maybelline one, and it blends really beautifully. Even though it's a full coverage foundation, it does not look cakey at all. It blends really beautifully on the skin, and it will give you a very flawless finish, and it sets pretty quickly. And then even if you don't use a powder, it's totally okay. There's no transfer at all. And although it's a matte foundation, it does not look too matte on your face. It gives you like a soft matte finish, and it also blends in really well, and it does not feel heavy at all on your skin. I have dry skin, and whenever I use it, it pretty much lasts all day on me, and it also keeps my oily T-zone oil free. But I do want to mention that it is going to kind of enhance your dry patches or your flakiness, so moisturize your face really well before using this foundation. Otherwise it is going to kind of stick to your dry patches, and then it is not going to look good. But other than that, if your face is moisturized really well, hydrated, you don't have any dry or flaky patches, use this and you will absolutely fall in love with it. Okay, so now we're done with the foundations. Let's move on to blush. Now I have this blush by Burt's Bees, and this is what it looks like. This is in the shade 1205 Bare Peach, and it's called Blush with Bamboo. This is what the inside looks like. Now it has these honeycomb like structure embedded in the blush, but it looks really pretty. So it is a matte blush, and it's like your light coral color that looks really natural on the skin. I'm not sure if you can see it, but on your cheeks it gives you like a really beautiful flush of color. It is not too pigmented, which is great because then you don't end up looking like a clown. You can build it up. It blends into your skin really well, and it also stays there for a really long period of time. Since it's a matte formula, it is not going to enhance your pores or your textures, and it will just look very natural, and you know, it is going to give you that beautiful flush of color. So I absolutely love this formula. I love the texture, I love the color. It also comes in all these different natural looking shades that you can go check out, but I love this Bare Peach shade and I use it regularly. Moving on to the next product, I actually have three from the same range, and it's Physicians Formula's Butter range. Let's talk about the highlighter first. Now I'm sure if you love makeup, you must have heard about this Butter range. It is very famous. And let's talk about the Butter highlighter first. Now this is what it looks like. The packaging is very simple, nothing too fancy, and you need to unscrew the top. This is what the highlighter looks like. Now this formula is cream to powder formula, which means when you swatch it, it feels like cream. It feels very wet and very dense, but when you swatch it or when you apply it on your face or you blend it, it turns into a powder. Now this gives a beautiful glow to your face. I love this highlighter. Now I feel since it's a very dense formula, there's no fallout, there's no kickback, there's no powderiness, which is great. But then you do need to use it with a denser brush, or even better if you use it with your fingers. That is what I do most of the times. I just take a little bit on my finger and just blend it on my cheekbones, and it blends really beautifully. If you don't want to use your fingers, use a denser brush, because the fluffy ones won't be able to pick up any product, because it is very it's like a creamy formula, very dense. So I have it in the shade Rose Gold, which is a beautiful true rose gold color. Not too golden, not too silver, not too peachy. It's like your perfect rose gold shade, and it gives a beautiful sheen to your face. Now I do want to mention that this is not a natural highlighter. It is going to look like you've applied highlighter on your face. So if you are not a fan of those blingy intense highlighters, you should not get this, or you wouldn't like it, or you might like it, just give it a try. But yeah, it will give you a very high intense highlighting effect on your face. This is beautiful formula. Do check it out. And of course it smells amazing, just like the other butter products, the butter bronzer and the blush. Really, it smells really good. And yeah, so it's actually called the Muru Muru butter highlighter. I'm sorry, this is like the full name of this product. Beautiful formula, check it out. Next, move on to the butter blushes. Now I have two of the shades. This one is Vintage Rouge, and then I don't know the shade of this one because the sticker has come off. So this is what the butter blushes look like, and when you open it, you get the product here, and then there's another compartment which if you open, you get your mirror, and then you also get a brush like this. It is like a sponge brush. There's no hair. It's a spongy brush that I don't generally use, but yeah, it's good to have a brush. And okay, now let's talk about the blush. The formula is beautiful. It is very soft, just like butter. Seriously, it blends beautifully. This again is like your light coral color that is going to give you like a really beautiful light wash of color to your cheeks. It's going to look very natural. It blends in beautifully and it stays there for a really long period of time. Smells amazing. This is a satin formula, not completely matte, but it's not glittery either. There's no shimmer, there's no glitter, nothing. It's just like your luminous satiny formula that is not going to enhance your pores at all. Don't worry. It will just give you a beautiful flush of color to your cheeks. Alright, now let's talk about the most famous product out of the lot, which is the butter bronzer, and this is what it looks like. The packaging is very summery, very fresh, and again the packaging is very similar to the butter blushes. The only difference is that this has like shades of green and yellow, and that one has shades of pinks and reds. So you get your product right here, and again there's another compartment that if you open, you get your mirror, and then you get the same spongy brush with this as well. So this is what the bronzer looks like, and I am in the shade Deep. Now I do want to mention that Deep is the darkest shade of the lot, so if you are darker than me, you might not find your perfect shade in this range. They do have just like 4 to 5 shades, which is really bad. But yeah, I do want to mention that this is the darkest shade that they have. But if you are somewhere near my skin tone or slightly lighter than me, Deep is going to work perfectly fine for you. It is not very pigmented, but it blends beautifully, and it will give you like this light wash of bronziness all over your face. It blends really well with a brush. There's no patchiness, there's no flakiness. It is not going to just leave like a stripe on your face. It blends without any effort. Now I do want to mention that this is not a matte formula. It is like a glowy kind of satiny formula, but there's no glitter in it, so it is going to give you like a really nice sun-kissed glow. Even if you don't pick up this product, you have to sniff it. It just smells amazing. Oh, I love this butter bronzer. I think this is the best one in the drugstore lot, or even I think overall I just love this bronzer. This is very comparable to my Becca Sunlit bronzer that I absolutely loved. Alright, moving on to the next product, which is again by Maybelline, and this is their Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder, and I have the shade 20 Light Medium. This is what the packaging looks like. It comes in a plastic tub, and when you open it, you get your product here. There's a sifter, and this is the plastic cap. Now the formula of these powders is very smooth. They are very fine, and they blend into your skin very well. And also, since this is not a translucent powder, it does have some tint to it, so on your no makeup days, you can just apply your primer and just buff this all into your skin, and it is going to give you some minimum coverage. Really sets your under eyes very beautifully, and I feel that it does not kind of dry out my under eyes. I have very fine lines under my eyes, and also my under eyes are very dry. So a lot of powders make your under eyes look very gross, very cakey, very patchy. but this does not do that. It does not dry out my under eyes, and it also sets my concealer really well. And also, since it is colored, it does not look too stark under my eyes. So overall, this is a great powder at a really great price. I really hope that it comes to India very soon, but if you are traveling to some place abroad where you have this, do check it out. Now the next product I have is again by Physicians Formula, and it is basically a liquid lipstick that looks like this, and it is called the Healthy Lip. I have it in the shade Berry Healthy, and this is like your beautiful neutral mauvey shade. This is what the shade looks like. So this is going to be a beautiful shade for medium brown skin tones. This goes on your lips very well. It is very easy to apply. The tip of the wand really makes it very easy to kind of draw your corners, and then it is a very thin formula. It glides on really well. There's no patchiness. It dries down really fast. But the best part is that it does not dry out your lips at all. Now I have worn this for like 6-7 hours and it has not dried down my lips at all. This is a very comfortable formula. They don't look cakey, they don't look crusty, they don't crack. They feel really comfortable. So definitely check this out. These come in a lot of shades. Okay guys, so those were all my recommendations. I really hope that you liked this video, and all the products that I showed you are absolutely amazing. They are really very comparable to some of the high-end products. Definitely check these out, and I will see you very soon in my next video. And if you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also like this video. I will see you all very soon. Till then, take care and bye.